me a heads up when.
Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to WollywogZ and Charged Brigade Gold having a nice battle. Week 1, Division 1, CSL. And there is a bit of a problem, being that Blade has scrolled down and we can see half of the screen.
Wait, you're watching the MK boards one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I thought you were watching Kayla's.
no, I've got both. I'm just seeing if the MK boards one's right, but let me.
Tell me when the room starts on your screen so we can tell how synced up it is.
Well. She's had a nice DC.
Yeah, it's alright. Well, you said there was 10 in the room, there's only 9.
There was. What do you mean?
Oh, no, that is 10.
No, at the start, they're having a nice start,
yeah.
haven't they?
Oh. Do we have lineups for this?
No. Let me have a quick look on wingfi.de for a lineup.
Yeah, please put a lineup in the chat.
Let's
to know who's who.
Let's remember both of the teams were quite strong last season, so it'll be quite a close match to start with.
They were the top 2 teams from last division, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, because the relapse got second because of that penalty. But still, nonetheless, these are 2 of the strongest teams in Division 1. This is probably the most hyped up match that Week 1's going to bring from CSL, so it'll be interesting to see how this war goes. And WZ pick and movie highway because they're the host. They've got the majority of the top spots, and Cooper Cape's a pretty good track for mid spots for Charged Brigade.
Let me quickly scan a few FCs to see who's playing. So, WollywogZ, I believe, have got Jax, TK, Doobie,
Killer and Kayla, I guess.
Killer and Kayla.
With Doobie bagging.
Not too sure on the CB lineup.
I'm pretty sure CB something like Hawk, Sakane, Crash,
Tricks, and
Derek.
Yeah, because it's CB Red.
Yeah, Rick.
So.
We've got TK's got a Mega in third, which is a pretty solid first item. He's more than likely just going to be holding this for the majority of the race.
Kayla with a Mega in.
Kayla, sorry.
TK is in front of Kayla.
I thought TK was streaming, I forgot.
Yeah,
but at top 2, this is going to be a great if WollywogZ can get the shot. I'm not sure which bag is the Funky Kong and which is the Daisy, but the Funky Kong's currently winning at the moment. The Funky Kong is Doobie,
yeah.
And they've changed the rules slightly this season, so trolling, last season it used to be any form of contact would just be a straight up troll, and this season we've made it so the council will actually decide on each decision. So Kayla actually used her Mega there mainly because Doobie actually got the bill, which means that Hawk will most likely get shocked this race.
Yeah, this is a trolling war, just to confirm. It was agreed in the Div 1 chat.
Oh, that's going to change it a lot. As you can see there, Hawk is trying to troll TK out first, but swerves. TK he doesn't actually get the bomb cut off. Interesting. The top 2 break, which we've had for the majority of the race. Oh, he actually gets the shot from Hawk. As long as Kayla can avoid Hawk for the rest of the lap, then this is still going to be a solid top 2. As you can see, they've got like a 3-second break on the rest of the pack.
Did Kayla slow in the troll there?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
It's going to be a bomb car coming up here, but she'll beat it easily.
Yeah.
And this looks like a solid top 2 race. I mean,
unless a blue comes out of nowhere and someone.
The blue's not going to do anything. Yeah, this is a good top 2.
Yeah.
So that was a really wise track pick coming out from WollywogZ there. They knew that they had top 2 in room and they could just.
Oh, that looks like a possible top 3 maybe. You can see the blue, and it looks like WollywogZ had 4-5 at least if the blue didn't affect anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, looking at the WollywogZ lineup, I think WollywogZ have got one of their stronger lineups. I mean, it's predicted. You've got TK and Killer, who are their 2 main frontrunners. Kayla got moved up to D1 this past season. That's a top 4 race straight off the bat.
Yeah.
So that's around, I'm not sure exactly, but that's at least plus 25, which is great.
I mean, we've got Doobie who returned
I think it's
few.
plus 27.
I'll do some maths eventually.
I think a top 4-9 is plus 29. So
27, 37. Okay, so CB's lineup is, as we said, Akane, Hawk, Trix, Derek, and I've forgotten the last one. Okay, so again, a very strong lineup, and it's kind of going to be a battle of the baggers in most races. Of course, there are situations like Moonview, which we've just seen, where you can front run, and both teams do have kind of front running capabilities, but I would say WollywogZ probably have it better with TK and players like him.
I was going to say Charged Brigade have the better front runners, but
Well, it's...
I mean, they're both an equal skill level on both teams.
Yeah,
I mean, they both have their front runners.
It's a matter of if Crash gets into first early or if TK gets into first early. And then,
Yeah,
of
that was a plus 31 race coming out from WollywogZ, so that was actually really impressive.
And BC3 being the track.
Now, BC3, this is a trolling war, so BC3 is going to be one of them tracks where that last straightaway, you have barely anywhere to go, so if any of the trollers get a star or a builder, you're more than likely going to be able to hit them.
You can see Doobie clearly as well, quite far behind.
Someone made shortcut of 2 people, actually. I think Charged Brigade have top 3 there. More than likely, and Hawk's actually front running and Derek's trolling, so sorry about that mistake.
I should probably do something. We can see Kayla holding on to the red. Doesn't want
to do anything for her.
No,
her team's behind her and in front of her, so she might as well just hold it, throws it into a wall. I wouldn't have thrown that because you can risk a TC in 5th, but she just gets a mega. So
yeah.
The shock is going to be really good for WollywogZ here, as they Charged Brigade do have top 3, so if Doobie can get the shock, then more than likely she's just going to be able to get into first. She might even take Shroomless lap 3 if she holds it long enough, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think TK just made the cut, was that?
I'm pretty sure.
You could see TK kind of stopping.
I still think Crash is in first though, because he made cut lap 1 right at the start. But as we can see, we've got I think the Daisy more than likely is just trying to troll because the Funky's way ahead.
I mean, we can see Doobie in the back.
They're both using items at the moment, so
and that is a TC pass, so that kind of indicates the shock is
use Omega, but yeah, there's the shock.
There is the shock.
Just going to chain that for a 6th place red shell. It's not going to really do much for her. Misses Hawk actually. Shouldn't have thrown the red there. Hawk gets hit by. Maybe the red lagged on his screen and hit him, but Triple Stream's in 5th. If the cut's not blocked, she should definitely take it here. She's going to go for it.
Yeah.
I think she can make that. She's going to have to realign for it, but Kayla does make the cut.
God.
That was close, but she's still going into 3rd. But I think that's... I'm not sure who's in first, because I know Derek's up there, but he's trolling, but Kayla actually gets back, unfortunately, so... You can see most of WZ are in these mid spots, so I'm pretty sure Crash still got first, or Kane was up there.
Is bagging, so...
There is a lot of WZ names back here, so maybe a top 2 from Charged Brigade, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that was definitely a Charged Brigade winning race.
It
wasn't by much.
It was certainly held off well by WollywogZ, though. I mean, they got all the mid spots. And waiting for the bagging. This is the fun 30 seconds when there isn't that much to say.
Have you got Crash? Have you got Smash on Skype, by the way? Because he said you can cast as well. But actually, never mind. That was a 2-3-4-5 coming out from WZ.
Let me add him onto Skype.
I need to know me names. I'm getting confused. I think Rex Crash. I'm pretty sure. Norm's Derek. Hawk's Hawk, Trix is Trix, and Nocturn's a Kane.
Fieri is Jax.
You should put the me names in Skype so I don't get confused.
I can't spell Fieri. That. And you said the. Okay, we've got a nice picture there to illustrate that we can see
Oh,
Yeah. Hopefully in the next match we get kind of a bit more time to show graphics
it's
and that.
DC actually.
Oh, we do. Maybe we can show some graphics here. That might be a good way
Talk about
to
the teams until
talk
once
about
we
the
start.
teams, and we'll have a look at the graphic because we do have some really good graphics that were made by Baird, and it would be a bit of a shame for the first match of the season if just thanks to a slow start we ended up missing out.
I'm not sure who DC'd that race, but that race is more than likely going to count. I don't think it was more than 3, definitely.
I don't think it was more than 3, but then again, anything happens. It
So
might have
2,
been.
3, 4, 5, and the top 4 10 race. So I think WollywogZ have a solid 40-point lead after 2 races, which is really good for them.
And in terms of who has the higher pitched voice, hello, my name is Tom. Higher pitch is totally.
He said lower pitch was Tom. Wow. I don't know. I don't know whose voice is higher between us.
Um,
Like I think I sound like I think my voice is high, like to me, but other people say it's low. So
your voice sounds higher, but the thing is, when you casually talk, it's
yeah. Well, I'm Ace, and
I'm
that's
Tom.
Tom. There you go. If you had any questions.
The main reason as to why his voice is deeper. I'm 16, and what's your age, Ace?
74.
74. There we go.
I'm 18.
I
Some
like
people say I sound like 15, some people sound like 20, so...
I like how I'm being branded as a high voice now. It's not that high, guys. Did we hear Kion 2012?
Oh god, stop the shots, please.
I'd not like to take any shots, but I think we all know that there are people with much higher voice in the world than me. And I can have a low voice. I just don't want to.
You don't want to. You
Well, if I have a low voice, then it doesn't sound like I actually care.
should be talking about the teams, man.
Let's
Get your
talk
graphics
about
up.
the teams. Have we got the graphics up?
No idea.
I think we've got. I can see the joining a friend.
Oh.
Let's
You don't have to have graphics up to talk about teams.
let's pretend we got the graphics up. So
You can start with WollywogZ, you can start if you want.
WollywogZ, okay, I'm gonna have to read it. Right now, it's opening the image as if it's a thumbnail, so I'm gonna have to zoom in.
I'll start with Charged Brigade, sorry, because it's on stream.
Okay, so Charged Brigade, we have got a Kane, Trix, Derek, Crash,
You
and
can leave
Hawk.
it. Just give it to them.
I'm not giving.
So, as we said, we've got some front-running potential in Crash.
And now it's WollywogZ, god. It's
that's
changing.
Okay. Well,
I'm sorry.
WollywogZ have got TK64 as a nice.
I think the main runners in this lineup is definitely TK and Killer.
I
Just
mean,
because Killer has been around this community for ages. He's been a D1 player since the start, and he just has like the most experience because like infected with skill, etc. I think this is a well-rounded team, and well, it's obvious looking at these players that they're one of the top teams in D1. Charged Brigade are also the same. I mean, they've got their strong runners like Crash, Akane.
I mean, like we said in the predictions stream, though, WollywogZ is all about the chemistry. Like, they don't have to be the best players in the division. It's the chemistry that really kind of pulls them up a lot. Because, like we say, they've got people like... Even in the second team, they've got people that if you move them up into the first team, they'd do well because they all know each other and...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, smashes.
Okay.
Join.
No, it's not... Okay.
Oh, Derek. Oh, sorry.
Derek. Not
I thought you meant-
Smash.
I thought you meant Smash because Smash is going to be joining us in a minute. I think, if he wants to. But Derek's streaming, so we've got Derek's point of view. I'm pretty sure Derek's trolling, so that'll be interesting to watch from as well.
But yeah, so we've in WollywogZ though, as I said, we've got people that could be easily in either division and they'd do well because of the chemistry. And like that, we see people like Kayla in Division 1. And just a few years ago, Kayla was in teams like Astral, which you know about, and Wild Spirits, which I know about.
Astral was the best.
Astral was the best with Kayla, but I wasn't there. I was getting my backside handed to me by Astral in nearly every war I ever played against them. But let's ignore that. And
Yeah. Anyway, apparently the scores at the moment is 81 points to WollywogZ and 41 to Charged Brigade Gold. So that's a plus 40 difference in two races, which you don't really see much. And I definitely didn't expect it coming from. I thought this would be a really close match, but we've still got 10 races left, so who knows? Charged Brigade can definitely bring this one back. But interesting first two races. I'm definitely seeing the variety because we had Moonview Highway, which is a really front-run oriented track, and then we've got BC3, which is all about making that shortcut.
I seem to have the thought that every single time we've casted or we've looked at WollywogZ from this season, and even last season, I think we casted a couple of WollywogZ games. Moonview Highway seems to be one where they break away quite easily.
Yeah, WollywogZ have their certain tracks which they like. Moonview Highway.
Like that's a
I know
very
they're a
clear
fan of
track.
Moonview Meadows as well.
I'd like.
Oh yeah, we should do that. I think we should just look at Kayla for now, but
Look at Kayla, and then at the end of the GP, we'll switch so that we get half of Kayla and half the war of Derek.
switching mid-race and then turn would be too hard, I guess, for now. But yeah, we're going to stay on board with Kayla, because it's good to get the front-running aspect and the trolling aspect of her.
You see Dry Ruins and Bowser's Castle 64. So,
Dry Ruins coming out from WollywogZ. I'm pretty sure they're probably mid-spots and looking to take the ultra shortcut. I'm guessing Charged Brigade have decent spots because N64 doesn't really have many shortcuts apart from the starting grass cut and the one after the stairs. So looks like we're going to RBC, which is a heavy front-running track as well. So it's definitely going to be the trollers which decide the majority of these races if they can get the shock and if they control the top position. So as you can see, both of them are going backwards there. They've both gone Funky Kong this time, so it's going to be even harder to see who's who.
And we can see Kayla with a star.
8th place start. She's more than likely going to hold this because it's a tight pack. You have no real need to use it here. I mean, she can chain it at grass if she wants to get into a top spot, but more than likely she will just hold it and hopefully get the shot. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, being in a top spot on this track, it's
good, but the blue shell's always the thing, and I'd rather have a dodge in a mid spot than be front running.
Oh, we see though that she does get megged and she does have to use the star.
Does get stop trolled by tricks there, so she's forced to use the star, but more than likely she's in 6. She can pull a mega. I think
Or
she can pull a star in
TC.
6. Can pull a TC as well, which is unfortunate for her. I don't think she's going to be able to pass this one.
No, she did.
Oh, she did.
Pass it
to a Kane.
Kane.
Which is
Who
fair
was
enough.
In a star, so.
That takes out another dodge from it, so more than likely looking at the trollers, I'm not sure if anyone has the shock or if it's in play, so we'll just find that out later.
As well, so
Kayla holding a strong 6th place though. I mean, the pack is kind of spread out, but it's not spread out to the point where there's a huge lead. I'm pretty sure the person who just breakaway was actually one of the trollers using a build, so
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, first place is coming up to the spiral in a minute as Daisy actually overtakes them, so we've got Charged Brigade in 4-5 here. 6th place single shroom's not going to do much for her right now. She's more than likely just going to chain us and hope for a mega, which will be very beneficial.
Let's see.
Change their shroom.
What will she get?
It was a
She
mega,
gets
wow.
a mega.
She would.
Oh.
She's more than likely going to be holding this 6th place mega. If they do have the shock, then this is really good for her. But you never know, she could get stop trolled again. Holding this in 5th, she just has to kind of go wide on these turns because there's more than likely going to be back spam, as you can see, back greens. Doobie actually using his bill which he was holding, so that tells me that WollywogZ don't have the shock, which means more than likely it is in play from the Charged Brigade side, so she might be able to predict the shock dodge. The blue shell comes in, I'm not sure who's in first, so they might cancel if it's Charged Brigade. Yep.
Yeah.
Cancelled the blue and dodged in 4th, so that was a really good shot coming out from Charged Brigade. They used it like perfectly. Kayla didn't have enough time to react with her mega, so props to them for getting that.
I seriously think though, Kayla.
Was that? I think 2 people just got hit from WollywogZ with that bomb, so that was a perfect bomb.
I think on the mini map though, the person that was blued actually did spin out for like a good second or so before the shock was
It might have been a
used.
late blue cancel, but Still, nonetheless, denying Kayla a shock dodge, which we shoot. Oh, that's not good.
That is Kayla.
Unfortunately, she's gone for the split drift on the last turn, accidentally failed. So,
Oh.
WollywogZ are getting some bottom spots this race. So, as I was saying, Charged Brigade can definitely bring this one back. I'm not sure what top spots they got, but definitely they won the race.
And in the chat, I think people have the exact same opinion as me that she probably should have chained the Mega there. Like, she should have chained it at that set anyway. Grass.
I think because she was on the stair, she was waiting to chain it, but because Charged Brigade, she more than likely knew. Yeah, top 3-5 count from Charged Brigade.
If she knew that they had the shock
yeah, she probably
should
knew.
have used it. She should have used it knowing that the blue was coming, even if she's on the stairs.
Yeah, if you see a Charged Brigade member not using any items for an extended amount of time,
yeah,
then more than likely they're going to chain a dodge at the shortcut. So she more than likely should have used it earlier. Unfortunately, she couldn't get it off. So Charged Brigade bringing it back. That race is not sure exactly on score since I don't have my slide pad calculator, whatever it is up, but
no, neither do I.
I think we should get someone to do scores. One of us, even if we have to, but that'd be appreciated if someone could do stores. But that was a complete domination race from Charged Brigade, so they're more than likely going to go another front-running track. Something like Maple Treeway, maybe.
Kayla is taking her time to pick a track.
They're probably just going to go for Dry Ruins again.
Yeah.
Yeah, TF coming out from Charged Brigade, which, once again, there's no real shortcuts that you can do, except for the lake shortcut, but you can do that streamless anyway. Dry Ruins going to get picked, so more than likely, it is a front-running track to an extent, apart from the ultra shortcut, obviously, but if, like, I'm not sure who was in first, I think it was a Kane or Crash, but if they can break away, then it's easy to hold first on this track. Since you're not really going to get any items to do the ultra in that second or third. Now it's a really weird start-up from Kayla. She's probably just hopping just to get a stream. She does get a 7th place star, so more than likely what I'd do with this, and she'll probably do the same, is if she's in a bottom spot still, she'll hold this until... Never mind.
Nope, she won't be holding that.
I would have definitely held that until the ultra shortcut, because you can use the star at the last set. Not too sure about spamming shrooms there either. But she's got more triple shrooms. I would have chained it up here with the start, and then she would have more than likely pulled another set of shrooms, so it doesn't matter anyway. She's got triple shrooms in 4th, which is still good nonetheless. As we can see, Charged Brigade are in 1st with WollywogZ in 2nd, so she's gonna just about made it.
Oh no!
She just about made it.
No!
Unfortunately, not the cleanest ultra in the world, but
that is quite
not the cleanest ultra in the world, but it's better than completely not making it at all.
It is better. Pal there though, she has had to drop that red.
I think Charged Brigade are like 2, 3, 4 right now. But she actually gets bumped by Kane, so this is more than likely going to give her another thing to do the ultra. She'll probably put like a star. Gets triple shrooms, so I'd probably chain these. I wouldn't use them so early because now she's risking not even getting shrooms. I would have like spam chained them in 8, but she does pull the golden, so luckily enough it did work. Hopefully she'll do the ultra again cleaner this time.
Potential for first set shock or something by.
There's a lot of rape going in here, so I think everyone's just being killed. We've got still a 1st place, what it seems, from Crash, so Crash is going to be able to
Kayla did avoid the PAL completely there.
Oh, and Crash is getting blue. So this is going to be... Oh, the blue counter is in. More than likely a shock dodge as well coming in, because I did see someone dodge a shock. But as we can see, we've got Crash in 1st. Well, Crash actually goes a bit wide there, but this is a complete...
Oh, and someone in WollywogZ did hit TK.
Whoever's in one of the bottom spots, like Kayla here, can easily win.
There's another blue.
That's going to hit like 4 people in the room, and it looks like...
CD Norm having a nice star through that.
I'm not sure exactly who got first. That was...
Oh, that was a bit confusing.
That was a bit of a confused fest right at the end, because I think like 3 people got hit by the blue on our screen, but I'm pretty sure like 2 of them lagged out of it. And because the trollers were so close to the pack, you can't really tell like who was who and who was in what spot. So I'm going to add Smash real quick to the chat as well, because he'll be joining us for the remainder of these races. And get him on Skype. It's not right. Alright, we're just waiting for the trollers to wait for the 30 seconds to be up so we can actually look at what the spots were. But top 2 coming out from Charged Brigade.
Apparently the...
I guess we'll switch to Derek's after this GP.
I'll quickly reload my stream.
That was the top 2 race, and it looks like Hawk's actually bagging now, so I think they swapped Hawk and Derek around. Oh yeah, you might have to add Smash on Skype so we can join the call.
Okay. That's me.
Apparently using for CSL stuff is... I don't even know.
Is your ISO working? Wow. No. I'm not too sure they are, to be honest.
I think foreign ISOs were allowed. Did someone DC again? This is like classic CSL.
This is classic CSL. Like you get
5-minute break between every race.
You get
resets.
FFAs and you get no DCs in the rooms that you cast, and then you get this.
Apparently, at the moment, it's 128 to WollywogZ and 116 to Charged Brigade, so it's only a plus 12 difference now. And in 2 races, they've managed to make it from plus 40 to plus 12, so Charged Brigade definitely coming back into this one, and it's a lot closer now after 1 GP, so 8 races left. I'm not sure who actually used the resets both times, so maybe one from each team, but there's 2 resets allowed for each team, if I'm correct.
I mean, we've got the fun job of waiting for a room to come up, so...
Yeah. But as Matt was saying there, WollywogZ, like, I agree with Matt, the fact that Trix, Arcane, and Crash have, like, they're renowned to be, like, some of the top frontrunners in this community. Obviously, WollywogZ can frontrun as well, like we've seen just from the 4 races here, like on Movie Highway, they definitely can frontrun. But I think the shock's just going to be a big factor in general, just because it doesn't matter about what teams are playing. It doesn't matter what team's playing, because the shock's just going to be a big factor in general. Also, just because it's such a helpful item.
One thing I would say is, when you refer to players that are good as people that have got, like, regionals or world records or whatever, you've got to kind of put the difference of they don't have to use items and they don't have a team to work with.
I mean, definitely having good lines and transitioning your good lines to online is great, and, like, obviously some of the best players in the world have to have good lines, but you've got to, like, take into account teamwork, chemistry, item usage, as you were saying. Like, that's what makes, like, WollywogZ, like, some of these players might not have the best time trials in the world, but because they've played with each other for so long and have, like, decent item usage, from what I've seen, that's the main reason why I think that they're a top contender to win the division.
I mean, I think we saw a few weeks ago we did a cast, and Fox has quite a lot of time trials, and he was playing in a war. I can't remember who it was between, but like, he was making mistakes that people wouldn't normally make, like if they were online players, and it kind of just showed, because he was getting up to the top, but then he was making, like, really unfortunate errors, and like, it was just item usage that was letting him down, and it was the fact that he was trying to swerve to bump people, and he clearly didn't know how to swerve appropriately, and it was a bit of a shame because he was racing so well, but as we say, regionals or world records don't mean a thing online.
I mean, it definitely helps to an extent, but, like, we understand that people know, like, obviously the general community knows that you can't just have good lines to be a good team. That's obvious. Like, I mean, everyone knows that.
In terms of the teams, they're both very capable, and I mean, we've seen Crash put up, like, massive scores in wars before, and we've seen a lot of the CB players put up massive scores, but I think in terms of being more, like, I think chemistry is more of a thing in this kind of game, because both of the teams are full-on chemistry. Like, if you watched CB1 play a team that was in a lower division or had worse chemistry, I'd be on about Crash all the time, because Crash is very consistent and very able to put up, like, 160s in really bad teams, and he's actually very, very good at playing, but it's the thing that WollywogZ are able to shut players down
Yeah.
because of their chemistry. And I reckon WollywogZ have more of a chance with people like TK because of the chemistry. Because although CB do have decent chemistry, you know, there's a difference between the chemistry WollywogZ have, which can turn nearly any player into a Div 1 player.
I mean, it's just shot calls in general and stuff
Yeah.
like that, really. But enough of that. We're going into this race. As you saw, WollywogZ are actually picking SNES MC3. So I was looking at the Wing 5 page, and I think that CB Gold are starting like 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's fair enough on WollywogZ picking this track. But this definitely is the opposite of what we're seeing. This is not a front running track at all. This race is going to be mostly decided by the shock and the trollers, and if the shock actually comes in play, because not all the time it is. But WZ actually have top 2 right there. As you can see, Hawk is trying to troll with a star, but not successful. But Norm actually comes in first and backspams Kayla, so that's going to give him a break. In like every track in this game, you definitely can front run, but it's just like some tracks you're more prone to getting completely destroyed by trying to front run. Like I've seen people front run Raceway, and it's not the hardest thing to do because a lot of people do just bag for streams, but if you dodge on Raceway and pull a golden, then that's pretty much guaranteed first. So Kayla's got a blooper here in 7. Should we just chain this and try and get like a star? Because chaining a star like second set or this set here on this track is really good.
Got a good chain, has she?
Didn't get the chain unfortunately, so she's gonna have to wait for the box to respawn. But this pack's actually quite spread out for MC3. She's gonna need a star and a dodge more than likely to catch up. She does pull the star now. It all matters if WZ actually do have the shock, and there you go, they do have the shock. If she can chain a good item here, then she has pretty much got like a top 2 spot.
If she gets the golden,
She gets the triple shrooms now. Don't choke. She hits the banana. But that's fair enough. I think she'll more than likely come out with a 3rd place finish here.
Depends on if someone goldens.
I'm not sure who got first, but I think it might. Was it? I don't want to say a WZ top 3, but I'm not sure who actually finished first.
I mean,
But as I was saying there, Kayla was like in the back for the majority of the race, but because it's MC3, it doesn't really matter. And that just shows that how powerful the shock actually is in this game.
I mean, I think WollywogZ did very well that race as well in comparison to what they were doing like lap 2.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, it wasn't just Kayla that went up. I think quite a few of the players.
It was actually CB who got first, so they did get denied the top 3 there, but 1, 4, 6, 7, 9 from Charged Brigade. I'm not sure exactly. I'm actually going to get...
I think
swear there's a slide pad calculator.
Yeah, I think that's quite a mixed race. From like 1, 4.
I can't see it being any more than a +5.
No, 1, 4 is normally the sign of a winning race, but I mean, WollywogZ did kind of get mixed spots under that as well. So. We can switch to Derek if you want right now. Okay, so
I guess we'll look at the trolling aspect from this race.
just because we have got 2 streams, so we might as well make the most of both. So
Yes, let's go.
Nice.
But I think Hawk's actually trolling now, so this is just going to be Charged Brigade front running instead. But Derek actually did get first that race. I'm not sure how he got into first, but fair enough to him. And it looks like, more than likely, this was a TF pick from Charged Brigade. I didn't see because I was changing streams, but Derek is starting in first here. He's using Daisy, so more than likely he's just going to get bumped out. And he actually gets redded straight away by Killua, I'm pretty sure. So he gets sent back to 6th, unfortunately. TK gets back greened, and this race, once again, I mean, if you can stay with the pack, with the dodge, then you're more than likely going to get a top spot, but once again, this is a track that you can easily front run if there aren't any blues. So triple reds in 6th, which is a decent item, he just spammed them because WZ were all around him. More than likely just going to hold these shrooms, use one to do the Blake, and if he does do, you might have to use a second here, but no, actually. Yeah, he uses a second, and more than likely he's just going to chain this 3rd shroom to try and get something better in 6th, since a single shroom in 6th isn't the best item.
and a blooper, so not very good at all.
Just going to chain that
And
again.
a blue.
Blue, so instantly
Blue
throws
was
that,
useful.
so there goes WZ out of first place. By the looks of it. As we'll see here. Yep, that was WZ.
Jax.
And he actually gets comboed, so there goes Jax, but he gets a TC, so I don't think he'll be able to pass this since Charged Brigade are behind him and all of WZ are way too far ahead, so...
If he'd have got the Golden without the TC, that would have been like a godly chain.
Yeah, that would have been a great chain.
Pull, but,
a blue shot actually did get thrown out there. I'm not sure who threw it, so whoever is in first is going to be getting blued, unfortunately. So 7th place here. More than likely, he's just going to go wide for a box. Yep. Because he was scared of WZ taking his box there, so instantly tries to chain them. I think this indicates that they might have a shot because he's trying to chain all the shrooms. Shrooms are a decent item to have in these spots, but if he's spamming them, he might be trying to just get a star or a mega.
Yeah, and the fact that
actually gets a golden, so yeah, I think they definitely have shock if he's spamming all these items.
The fact that WollywogZ spammed the stars there a few seconds ago as well.
Yeah, they're trying to predict the shock. As you can see, Kane actually uses his mega, so I'm not sure if a shock will happen because someone actually predicted it behind him. One of the WZ members also had a mega, so he does avoid the greens. It looks like CB are going to get 3-4, 3-5. Once again, not sure who finished in the top 2 spots since there wasn't really much view of who was up there. And there were quite a lot of blues thrown in that race. Also, thank you, Tom, for sending me that.
You are welcome.
Hello?
And let's see what the results say about the race, as we have a nice bit of daisy going around the track, and a top 2, 4, 6, 10 for WollywogZ there.
Top 2, 4, 6, 10.
Top 2, 4, 6, 10.
It's a plus 17 race, so
17.
solid race coming out from WollywogZ there.
I mean, given the last few races haven't been too good for them, it's good that they can finally kind of have a race that helps them a lot.
Hello?
Hello.
Welcome, Smash. We're watching Derek for now, so we might go back to Kayla for the next GP, but I'm not 100% sure. We just want to show variation, I suppose.
So this is about halftime?
Yeah, I think that was the 5th race.
Okay.
Cooper Gate getting picked by Charged Brigade, which is a solid track. I mean, Charged Brigade do have them 6-7 spots, and the spots back there, so
get a golden
definitely
or something.
Going to be using shrooms. Yeah, exactly. A golden on Cooper Capes are one of the best items you can get. Bowser's Castle, which is a front running track coming out from WollywogZ, doesn't surprise me since they have that top 2. Bowser's Castle is going to get picked, so hopefully WollywogZ can hold on to their top 2. But I mean, anyone from Charged Brigade in the 3rd spot, or anyone up there can pull triple reds and just completely wreck them. But I guess we'll see.
I mean, there are so many places for first place to get hit off the track on this.
Yeah, and they can pull a fib first box as well.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like Derek's actually going to get any boxes because they're all going to get taken, but he'll get one here. Just. It was a single red in 6th. Doesn't really have anywhere to throw it since Trix is in front of him. He might back spam it, or he might just pull it out. He does pull it out and hit the wall.
Ah!
But he gets Kayla. It was all fine. He's in 6th here. More than likely, he's just going to pull something like triple shrooms, a pow.
He does pull triple shrooms. And
I swear I'm godly at this.
Hawk, his own team member, giving him a slight bump. Wouldn't have affected him that much, but...
Pulls a star, so more than likely he's going to be holding this. I mean...
No!
Never mind.
I
feel like every time I say that, they choke. But as we can see, the baggers are actually back there. They've both just jumped off the suicide part on the ramp, so Shock isn't in play currently. He did pull another star though, so more than likely he's going to hold this because the difference between 1st and 7th right now where he is 2 seconds max, so there's really no point to use this.
Someone isn't.
It was actually used by someone up there, and actually Bill's Doobie, so there goes Doobie's star. Doobie's actually a troll though, so...
Yeah, so is anybody on either team consistent on the glitch?
I'm not 100% sure how good they are at the glitch. I mean, I think the glitch is more optimal on Daisy, so if Derek can do it, then he might go for it here. But he doesn't. Yeah, I'm not too sure about these. I know that Relapse have most of the Daisy glitch users, so I'm not too sure about these clans. Though it's actually forced to go really wide because of that back grid. So that was a really good shock, just because the reaction time, that countdown must have been great because that was a first frame dodge, literally. So he might just use one shroom here. he will more than likely hold this stream in case WollywogZ do pull a blue, but this is a solid top 2, and more than likely going to be a top 2 race.
Yeah.
Or Charged Brigade, unless WollywogZ can pull a late second shock.
I mean,
which is definitely possible.
There is quite a visible gap between the top 2.
Oh, he actually hops over the bill.
I mean, normally you don't get massive gaps in the game, and this isn't too big, but you can kind of see there is a visible gap between top 2 and the rest of the pack.
Oh yeah, definitely. But he's just going to keep holding this. You can see Doobie actually there. I'm not sure if he actually pulled a troll item. The power comes, so if there is a late blue, then it might wreck them, but as you can see him looking backwards, Trix is still second, and that's a solid top 2 break, so it does look like Charged Brigade are going to be coming out with this win. Unfortunately, the track pick didn't work for WollywogZ, but I mean, it was an understandable track pick. But top 2 coming out there, not really sure on the other spots. We're going to have to wait until the trollers finish to find out, but a solid race win from Charged Brigade.
I mean, it looks like a really close pack if you look at the map right there.
Yeah, 3rd to 8th was really close, so you can't really tell 100%. It's probably like down to who pulled shrooms at the end.
This could be quite devastating though if Charged Brigade did end up with 3-4.
The other top spots, then that's going to be a really good race.
Or they got 3rd.
Oh, top 3, 8, 10. So top 3, 8, 10 race is also a plus 17, so that completely negates last race. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure WollywogZ got a plus 17, and now that's a plus 17, so I think, is that the 7th race? I can't tell, there's too many DCs.
I'm not too sure.
I think that was the 7th race, because they did 2, and then they DC'd, then they did 2, and then they just did 3, so that makes sense. So it looks like there's going to be 5 races left. Pretty close, I think, actually. Let me check the chat. I'm not sure if that's... Is that race? No, it can't be that race, because that was a WollywogZ winning race.
I mean, I think the gap is only about, like, 11 or something, maybe.
I can't see it being any more than 15, 20.
WZ going Moo Meadows here.
Moo Meadows is, I think, is one of the signature tracks.
One of their standard picks. Yeah, see that a lot when you play them.
Yeah, and it's mainly just because they don't have top spots. Rainbow Road coming out, that'll be interesting. But Maple Tree, once again, is another front-running track, but WollywogZ do seem to be getting the majority of tracks, I think. They got the Moon View, the BC64, BC Wii, now this. So, I'm not sure if Derek's going to be able to hold the first place. I mean, like I was saying earlier, you can front-run every track, but this has such a good golden shortcut where you chain this first box. You start using your golden here, and then you're just completely gone. But he actually does get drafted by... Is that Jax?
Uvieri, yeah.
Let's get past a TC as well from TK, so...
Oh,
well,
that's a good
that's
pass.
one way to get rid of a TC. Gives the TC to Doobie, but that's not really going to do much for him. I actually think Charged Brigade are running this race, because only Doobie's back there, so Hawk might indeed actually be running this race, which... Oh no, he just gets past there. I was going to say, if Hawk wasn't bagging this race, that would have been really bad, because this is a really shock-heavy track, and the shock actually comes out, and... Yep. That wasn't... Yeah, I think that was actually a WZ shock, because Hawk was in the bill, and he's the bagger, so... TK actually dodging, and he's going to have a solid first, but... In comes the blue show as soon as I say that.
There's still time for a late second shock, so we can all see that.
There is a really late second shock available, if any of the baggers can pull it.
Oh, there's another
blue, so... one blue from each team at the moment. One blue pull, sorry.
And Kane
actually gets TC'd, so if he doesn't get a late golden or a star and a dodge here, then he's most likely out of the race. Mid spots, you see a 3-4 coming out from WZ right now. Someone's billing up, I'm pretty sure that was just Hawk. Not sure who's in first, that seems to be the problem. We never see like who's currently in first. If they were using Battle Glitch, that'd be great. A blue shell actually comes out a really late blue shell, so whoever's in first is going to get destroyed by that one, as we'll see here.
Can the bomb be used? Oh!
Was it lagged or did they dodge it? Because I'm not sure who I saw.
I'm sure.
Looks like WZ
7-8 coming out from Charged Brigade, so more than likely this is going to be a WZ winning race. Trollers are just finishing up, as we can see. I'm pretty sure they're both on lap 3. So the race should end here.
Yeah, it looks it.
Yep.
And, ooh. Okay,
1,
so
3, 5, 6, 10.
it's a winning
1,
race
3,
for
5,
WollywogZ.
Plus 9.
Okay, so I think WollywogZ are in front by 20.
Up 20 with 4 races left, so this can still go either way. Bonus point is still 20 points, isn't it? Either way.
Bonus point is
Like, if
20.
you-
Yeah.
Now, actually talking about bonus points, we are doing, I think, the same as MKU. I think MKU do this, but it's 3 points now for a win, 2 points now for a draw, and 1 point for the bonus point. And the main reason why they changed it is because before this season, like the previous seasons, if you got a tie, it was worth the same amount of points as losing by 20, which didn't really seem fair. So they have changed the format of it, and that will be going for the rest of the season. So still a really close war, I think, in general. I mean, the tracks have been kind of standard, like what you expect, like front-running tracks, and then obviously the other team who have like the bottom spots are going to pick a luck track. So I guess we'll see coming into these last 4 races which team can go ahead, and I guess we'll stay with Derek for the rest of the war since we watched Kayla for the first half, so I guess watching Charged Brigade for the second half would make sense. I'm not too sure what the spots are in the room. I'll check real quick before the track picks. WZ have 1, 3, 6. So I'm not too sure if front run tracks are going to be picked. I mean, both teams have decent spots. WZ might pick something which only first can break away in. I mean, they have 1 free, so like Maple Tree would make sense. Grumble Volcano coming out from both teams, actually. Now, Grumble Volcano is one of them tracks where the shock is just really useful in general. If you dodge on the lava shortcut, then that's completely great. I mean, if you're skilled enough to do rock free for free, then that's great if you get triple shrooms.
Yeah, I do believe both teams are pretty efficient at the rock hop.
Yeah.
So we'll probably see that from both teams.
It's one of the shortcuts I expect these teams to be experienced at. But this should be most likely a war of whoever gets shrooms and whoever gets the shock, since this really isn't a front run track. I mean, if you can do the rock hop consistently, then you can definitely front run it, but I'm not too sure if we're going to see any of that. But WZ have first right now. Triple Green's in second. He might be able to snipe him off the wall, but he'll probably just hold these for his own protection. He might back spam him, depending on who's behind him.
No, he did front spam, and
For all of them, the red's not actually going to get him. He gets hit on the wall.
ooh.
I think, yeah, he's just accidentally slowing his own team there. He was going a bit wide. I was wondering why he did that, but accidentally greens his own team, which is unfortunate. 7th place, he's going to get triple reds. Not the best item you want. You can see tricks in front of him, so he's not going to throw these forwards. I'm pretty sure his team are behind him as well, so yeah. 6, 7, 8 currently. And as you can see, Jack's doing a good job. He pulled triple reds up there, and he knew that all of Charged Brigade were behind him, so he slowed down with them. More than likely going to see the golden used here, yeah, and he's going to take the lava shortcut. But actually, I think top 2 dodged in the cut. I think that was a WollywogZ shock. Maybe.
And Derek does make the cut.
Whoever dodged him first, I don't think second place dodged, but whoever dodged him first is completely gone, as you can see. We're not completely sure who used that shot, but I guess we'll see at the end. But a solid second place right now for Derek. More than likely, he's going to try and hold something here. I'm actually trying to backspam Kayla and hits her, so fair enough. He can pull a second place shroom. More than likely, he's not going to, though. The Kane's actually in third, so 2-3 currently for Charged Brigade. But as you can see, like I was saying earlier, that shortcut, if you dodge in there, it's just great. I mean, first place has a solid 10-second break now. Oh, he pulls the second place shroom after the cut. That's unfortunate. He'll probably use it just here on a little bit of mud. And right at the end, he might chain it. He does chain it, he takes the cut. Gets another shroom, so that's going to give him second, so... Oh, 4th, actually. 2-4 coming out from Charged Brigade. Once again, we're not too sure who was in first. I don't think I saw TK for like all of that race, so it might have been TK. But I guess we'll find out after the trawlers finish.
Apparently for half of the race we had a radio play.
Radio play?
Radio stream
But-
didn't quite have the
Oh, really?
stream. The stream didn't have the image of Derek playing for
Oh,
half the
well, it
race,
just had.
apparently.
Oh. Well, you guys didn't see the results there, but as I was saying, TK did indeed get first. If you guys didn't see for that bit,
They might
basically,
have seen the results. I
I'm not
think
sure
it
if you
came
did
back
see.
halfway through.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you saw that part of the race, but WollywogZ did indeed dodge TK in first, and he was completely gone. I'm pretty sure they TS second as well, so that was a really good shot because them two are really close. So they did well to dodge TK and deny. I think it was a Kane who went for it in second. Derek nearly repicks there accidentally.
Ooh. Coconut Mole being his pick.
Coconut Mole and DK Summit looks like it's going to be picked. I mean, both of these tracks, Coconut Mole does have that really strong golden cut right at the end. DK Summit is one of them tracks where, I mean, there's only one real shortcut that you can do with a shroom that helps more, and that's the tiny little bit of snow. I mean, the double short you could cut, you do shroomless, so it doesn't matter what item you have. There is the really OP build strat where you completely dive into the abyss and then use your bill at the end of the second bit, so maybe that'll be shown, but more than likely not since we've got trollers, so the build's probably not going to be pulled in 8th. But the build can be pulled in 8th. You just got to be lucky.
Let's see what Derek gets first set. A
Fifth place
bomb.
5th place bomb, so
He could back.
there's a lot of
spam.
people around him, so I'd just hold on to it until he knows that he can hit WollywogZ and not his own team, because if he team rate,
Yeah, he'd
Might-
throw that forward.
Might even go for the snipe here.
yeah.
Yeah, he does. Doesn't look like he gets anyone.
He's going.
Everyone's
back
going
safe.
for the double.
Always
More
been
than
bumped
likely
off.
someone is going to get bumped off, because I saw someone with triple greens there. And talking about getting bumped off, Derek just gets completely bodied straight off the track. And that's one of the harder starter boosts to get, because you get respawned in such a weird way, so did well to get that. He's probably just going to spam his shrooms and chain him up here. But
And he
pretty
made
close pack between the top 5. I mean, you've got Kayla, Derek, and whoever's behind.
a 7th place star for Derek, though, as
He might hold this and try to do
Oh.
the double. He might just chain it.
having a chain, and he's pulled trip reds. He will try aiming them at Kayla. Maybe try getting them over the crevice.
More than likely, they're not going to hit her because she'll just get to the cut in time.
She did. He
They
did.
actually did hit her. He's going for the double here.
Does not risk.
Does the weird double
position.
strat where you use your shrooms, but got a nice landing, so not bad.
And we can see a TC there.
Looks like I might expect a shock here.
Oh, didn't make it to the cannon, the TC.
Unfortunately. I mean, you can make it, it's just most of the time. I don't think you do, but triple shrooms in third. More than likely just going to use them here. He might use the third one here as well. Will he go for the double shot?
That's
Oh,
unfortunate.
he got a really bad bounce, but luckily enough, he did get shocked onto the ramp, so that was really unfortunate for him.
Oh, that was a nice single, though.
Yeah, he does a good job of doing the single there. Not many people know about that, so it's good to see that he actually knows about that shortcut. So he's done well there, but I don't think he's going to be able to catch up to Killer in time.
No.
But yeah, that fib was really unfortunate for him. So it looks like WollywogZ are going to get first. Derek gets a solid second. And once again, we have no idea what happened from 3rd to 8th, so we're going to have to wait until 30 seconds are up. I'm not too sure. They were down 20, weren't they, Charged Brigade, going into this GP?
I think so.
Is this the first or the second race? My mind just got blown.
I have no clue. I think
I think
third,
there's.
because
yeah.
Grumble was the last of the last.
Oh yeah. 13589 coming out from WollywogZ. And 13589. That's a +7 race for WollywogZ. So that was actually the second race of the GP.
Ah,
I have no idea what the scores are right now.
I'm good.
I think WollywogZ have a decent lead though.
I think they're up 32. Don't
Yeah,
quote me on
because-
that. I think King said that they were up 25 last race.
Yeah, they're up 25 going into that race, and then they just won by 7. So plus 32 lead for WollywogZ. So WollywogZ are going to need a big throw to lose this. But the bonus point is only 12 points away for Charged Brigade, so they could definitely at least go for that. I mean, they still can easily win. I mean, a top 4-9 race is a plus 33, so if they can pull that one out, then they'll be straight in the lead. But I don't want to call this an upset, but like looking at the predictions threads that we made, like the majority of the community did put Charged Brigade Gold above everyone else. So it'll be interesting if WollywogZ win this one.
But these are definitely probably the top 2 teams in the division.
Oh yeah,
arguably.
Coconut Mall was actually picked there, so 2 races left, and Charged Brigade are currently down 32, I think. So let's see if they can bring this one back. It's going to be hard, definitely, but Charged Brigade are the top tier team, one of the top tier teams in Mario Kart right now, so easily possible.
I mean, haven't they won the Division 1 3
they've won
times
3
running?
divisions in a row. They've won the top division 3 times in a row, so it definitely shows that they're a team that can definitely come back and just win games. So we've got Killer in first. I'm pretty sure that was a Charged Brigade member actually taking the golden cut. I'm not too sure who it was, but I think I saw the tag. I can see TK pulls triple reds in like 5th, and he's going to try and red a Kane. A Kane comes flying out of nowhere and completely bodies Derek. Though.
That's unlucky.
I mean, that's the second time I've kind of seen like accidental team rape, so that's definitely been killing Charged Brigade lately. But a golden, yeah, I'd just spam it here and try to get a decent box in 8th, coming up to this box. Hopefully he can get a star if his team do have shock. There's troubleshooting, so looks like the spam wasn't worth it. He'll more than likely just use all 3 here.
Oh,
That's actually a WollywogZ shock, as you did see Jax dodging in a build first frame, so that puts even more stuff on Charged Brigade's plate to try and come back. So I'm pretty sure Jax is just going to get
well,
first now.
Derek got bumped again.
Never mind. The Kane pulls a blue as soon as Jax actually dodges and gets into first, so that's unfortunate for him. Triple Shrooms in 4th. I mean, I don't think you can get that many better boxes than 2 Shrooms in 4th. And every time I say something like that, they prove me wrong and pull another
And
set.
he gets another one. Wow.
So he's going to hold these for the cut, definitely. Triple Shrooms in 4th is like one of the best, probably the best item you can get in 4th place. Bar like
this is
triple reds.
great for CB right here, Derek.
Triple Shrooms in first, this is great. And there's going to be a Shroom, so he only has to use 1 Shroom here. Or 2, sorry. So that means he's going to be able to hold his 3rd Shroom for a blue shell, so lucky enough that Shroom was there. And if a blue shell comes, I don't agree with that at all.
I don't agree with the spam either.
I mean, the only reason they would have used that is because they were holding the blue and they powered the blue out of them, but there's no need to use a Shroom in first. Unless, yeah, and WollywogZ are behind him, so if he can backspam TK here, then they can get a top 2. TK hopefully, yeah. Daisy didn't cheer, which means TK did not hit the banana, so second place for WollywogZ. I'm not sure who that was in 3rd, but
I mean, it was a good try by Doobie trying to slow own Derek on the line.
CB definitely need a good race. This is the last race coming up, and they need like a really solid race to win this match.
It looked like CB held that shock that last half of the race.
I'm not sure if WollywogZ should have used the shock like lap 2, because that left room for the second shock, which didn't come into play, but it could have. But a 13679, and let me check that real quick. 13679. So a +5 race for Charged Brigade. So
they kind of need a top 4 or a top 3-5. -27, I think.
Yeah, -27. So Charged Brigade need to win by 27 in this last race, and that's like a top 4 is 29, so they need like a solid top 3-8. Top 3-5-9 is +27. Yeah, so the worst result that Charged Brigade can get is a top 3-5-9. So they really need a good track, and they really need the shock, because more than likely you're not just going to get a top 3-5-9 without shock, unless you've got like really good luck with there being no blues. DS Peach Gardens coming out from WollywogZ, so if DS Peach Gardens gets picked, I'm just going to say that more than likely WollywogZ will win, because it's really hard to get like a solid top 3-5 or a top 4 on DS Peach Gardens. And DS Peach Gardens does get picked, so more than likely Charged Brigade do need the shock to win this now. I'm not too sure what you think about it, but this is a track where the shock is just so useful.
I agree, completely agree.
I mean, the ideal scenario on this track is just triple Shrooms in 4th, and then taking the opening cut 3 laps in a row, but
Triple Shrooms are golden.
yeah. It looks like someone actually gets sniped in the cut. That was a Kane get sniped in the cut, so Props to WollywogZ for that snipe.
And TK is off.
Yeah, I think TK
like
got
a
a golden,
golden.
definitely. He is completely gone.
He's having a go, and
It's a Nero right behind him. Going for it.
So 2-3 coming out here. 2-3-4 actually. So they just need to get. Was it TK that golden? I completely forgot.
Yes, it was TK.
Yeah, they need to get TK out
Yeah.
first. They definitely need that blue shell. Fourth place Mega's good, but
Yeah.
Well
it's
then.
like a-
if you read your own team in top spots, then you're definitely not going to win the match, unfortunately. But I guess, I mean, there is lag stuff where like it probably showed him in second and he threw the red forward at first, but on third place's screen he just threw it straight at him. So I mean, they've got first at least, but as you can see there, Killer and TK are right behind him. So he might hold this stream, but if he does, he might just literally just get redded. And as soon as I say that, I swear that's happened like 10 times this wall.
yeah, Derek doesn't actually sound too happy. I've just put the
Oh.
sound on. He was like, of course, and I mean, you can understand his.
I mean, yeah, I can understand
Frustration.
the frustrations. I mean, it is unfortunate when you like get into first with the stream and then just instantly get redded. But they be actually doing. Oh, he lagged out of it. I was gonna see that's just the thing about Weemfight. It's so unfortunate that like because he lagged out of the troll, he was in a different spot for where he was on his screen. So Derek actually got caught by him when on his screen he was nowhere near Derek. So unfortunately that happened.
I think.
As you can see, WollywogZ are all like in these top mid spots. So
I think
they do full of
CB.
blue.
I have heard one of the people in CB say that they had a mega. I'm not sure if that means that they've got the shock or not, but
They definitely have
It's-
first if he's holding this blue, but the shock does come in here, and they did shock. Oh my god. Jax pulls a mega. Doobie trolls Derek after he gets a
Oh.
mega, and that's
that is
definitely going to be a
that is
WollywogZ
not
wall win.
working for CB.
I'm pretty sure he got shocked directly into Box's first frame and pulled a mega. Jax. Well, that is gonna sum up. I'm pretty sure, like, if this isn't the last race, I'm gonna feel like such an ass. But I'm pretty sure that's the last race.
No, I think it is because they were on about needing the top three, and
Yeah. It might be a bonus point. I don't even think Charged Brigade won that race. though.
I think they got bottom spots.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm pretty sure WollywogZ showing their dominance straight away. It's a 2-3-4-5, so
Yeah, that's
definitely no bonus.
That's not a
point coming from
bonus
Charged
point.
Brigade.
Derek just ends the stream right there.
Derek straight up ends the stream, but
He's not happy.
that's unfortunate for Charged Brigade. I didn't expect, like, it was close until them last races, I suppose, but that was a really promising performance coming out from WollywogZ there. But there you go. I think that's gonna. I mean, we can talk about the war in general, but that's gonna wrap up the actual gameplay from the first match. But thanks for watching that. But as expected. Oh yeah. If anyone does know anyone from either team who wants to interview, then we can ask them some questions on how we thought the war went. But as I was saying, that was an interesting match. It was pretty close between the two teams, but WollywogZ being the first team in CSL to put 3 points to their name, so congratulations to them, first of all. And hopefully they can keep it going and contend for that division win, but that was a really close match. I'm not so sure if any of you want to say anything about it.
Yeah, definitely a good match. Was that WZ the host of that match?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
WZ
so that's why we saw
they
trolling.
picked trolling, yeah.
So I guess in the next few weeks, CB will try to probably not go
Yeah,
with the
I mean, in
trolling.
Charged Brigade's match, they're more than likely not going to opt for trolling, and they'll just go for straight up general suicide bagging, which is fair enough. But the host team does have the advantage with the whole fact that you can pick what rules you want to use. So, fair play to them. I'm pretty sure if you want no overlap, that both teams have to agree to it, though. Oh, Tom, you can add him on Skype.
Okay.
I'll hand it over to you for the interview, since
we've-
I don't really know what to ask, but
Okay. There is a document on the drive with questions, so yeah. You wanna quickly open that? I'll add TK. I think I have Kayla. Might not
more
actually.
than likely TK will just add him.
Okay.
And I'll pass it over to you now with the slick interview.
Slick
Oh,
interview,
TK
which I have to
cool.
get the questions up. I'm not very good at interviews.
If anyone has any questions about like CSL in general or that war, then feel free to put them in the chat, and I'll try and answer them, even though I'm not the best at that thing. But thanks for viewing, and if you want to stay around for the interview, then feel free. But I think there's going to be a second war coming up in 2 hours from now, which will be... Is it EXO versus Multiverse?
I think we do have EXO versus Multiverse. There might be another match.
I think there was something said about Battle Alliance versus Survivors, but I'm not sure.
That was meant to happen earlier, and it didn't.
Meant to happen, but didn't. But I'll pass this over to you now, and I guess you can get asking away.
Okay.
What's up?
How do you feel after that match?
Fucking good.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I feel really goddamn good.
Oh, we never fucking beat CB, and now we finally did it in week 1. So we just get off to a good start, and now we're gonna have a cushion because I don't think we're gonna. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to sound arrogant, but I don't think we're gonna lose to any other team other than CB, except maybe RE. So I think we're gonna be pretty good now until week 6. And that'll be our second test. They're gonna be the hosting team, so they're probably gonna choose regular suicide bagging. I think what gave us the edge in that match was that we were able to pick trolling on, because Hawk is a really good bagger, and having Doobie be able to troll made it so they could get shock and we could still do something.
Because in like normal suicide wars, it's all about the shock, but obviously if the shock's in play, then Doobie can still do stuff. And he did a solid performance of trolling CB's top spots that war.
Yeah.
So congratulations on the win, I guess. Tom, do you want to ask anything else?
Like in general, do you see yourself getting first in the division, given that you've beaten the team that's just won 3 divisions in a row or 3 seasons in a row?
I think it's possible.
Yeah, I'd say that with the addition of playoffs again, even if we win the regular season, it'll still be very hard to beat CB or whatever team gets second in a best of 3. But, I mean, that'll just kind of come around when it does, I guess.
I'm just trying to think of any other questions. Like, of course, we understand that your team benefits a lot more from trolling. Like, are there any other teams in Div 1 that you'd like to see kind of pick trolling more regularly for matches, or?
I think, personally, BZ could do pretty well with trolling, especially if they have Ryan trolling. I think he goes apeshit, especially when he picks off-roader. Sorry, family-friendly stream. I didn't mean to swear there.
It's fine. Let's go for it.
I feel like RE could do kind of decent with trolling, maybe, if because their whole team just tries to fucking rape you. So yeah, sorry for family friend you.
Kind of depends on who they send back.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Maybe Weef. I don't know how much. Yeah.
I guess I've just got one quick question. Like, if you don't want to spoil any of your tactics, then that's fine. But showing that you guys were talking about like how you want to pick trolling for this war, because obviously Doobie can like do more things. Is this something that you're going to do for like the rest of your wars that you host, or is it just like a CB thing? Because you know that Hawk's such a strong bagger.
I think it's very opponent dependent. I think that there are teams that we would opt not to pick trolling against because we will be confident that we can outrun them. But there are definitely teams like CB. Actually, CB in particular is the one we really wanted to pick trolling against because they have really strong runners, and Hawk is also really good at regular suicide bagging.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm going to be honest, I think the main downfall for them here was that they didn't play Nero, because I think he's like their 3rd best player
Yeah, I'm
behind Crash
surprised
and
Nero
Kane.
didn't actually play.
Yeah, not to like knock Derek or Trix or anything. They're both very good, but I think Nero would have been a solid choice to play. I don't know if he didn't want to or couldn't or what, but
yeah, definitely agree with that.
And Jeff is banned.
And
Damn.
that's a thing.
Rip Jeff. Yeah, but Jeff might be there for your week 6 match, so that's something you got to look forward to. Tom, do you have any last questions or words that you want to say?
I don't think so. No.
That's fair enough. Well, congratulations. That was a pretty strong showing. Week 1, straight up, first match. You've got 3 points. So congratulations to you guys. Week 6, like you said, is probably going to be your next challenge because they're hosting. So you're going to have to straight up deal with just suicide banging in general with Hawk. So good luck to that match, but well done.
Thanks.
If there's anything you guys want to say to anyone on the stream, then feel free. But if not, then I think that's all that I have.
I'm good.
All right. Well, good luck for the rest of your matches, and cheers for coming on for an interview, and well done on the win.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Tom, is there anything else that you want to say before we end it?
I think we've been asked to have a small look at a match that's still going on.
Have we? What match is going on?
I think I will link us to the stream. I think Unbroken versus a Legendary Phoenix.
Oh, great. I know nothing about this.
Sorry. No
That's
need to change graphics or anything. We'll stick with the
Stick with WollywogZ.
Stick with
WollywogZ versus
WollywogZ.
Charged Brigade.
Yeah, stick with those scores because we're not sure what's actually happened in the Unbroken versus Legendary Phoenix match. We've just been told join the room.
I guess we'll just
join the match.
cast. I just guess we'll cast what's going on.
You can see Astro currently in first. I'm not sure if stream can see it right now, but they're on Peach Gardens.
I asked Chloe, does anyone have the scores, and she said it's in the negatives.
Ah,
That's not great. They got a repick penalty and a green line penalty.
who?
You or PHX, and you got top 2, 4, 5 first GP. Is this a 4v4?
Yes,
This is a 4v4.
yes.
Oh, all right. So PHX are apparently minus 120 and has a negative score with the penalties currently. Well, that's great. That's great.
There's an issue with that.
Well,
And we've also been told to have a look on the boards for...
apparently this is
other
a waste
results.
of time.
Ah. Okay, so let's not look at the match and just...
No. Let's cast this sick match where PHX don't even have 0 points yet.
Well, given that I think Blade has to eat lunch in a few minutes, we should probably just have a look at the current results that have been posted.
All right.
And then, in a few minutes we'll end stream and we'll have to wait for EXO versus Multiverse.
Well, there you go. So, reminiscent of the old Season 5 days, penalty cart,
Penalty can't we?
I guess we will look at the threads. I'm not sure if any CSL results did get posted apart from this match, but...
There's a Veil versus Energy.
Oh, let me check that one out. CSL scores. They're not on there. I need the Season 6. They need to update that. A Veil with an absolute domination over Energy. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's look at this match. So, a Veil used Solo, Frenchie, Dave, Insane, and Bolin. Well, that's just the D1 lineup, isn't it?
That is.
That's a D1 lineup, and they said they weren't going to use a D1 lineup, but there you go.
They've given it a D1
They used
lineup.
Solo, Frenchie, Dave, Insane, and Bolin in D1. And they all broke 100, and Bolin got 5. Well, Insane got 98, but... I don't think that's fair, man. I really don't. So you had Solo, Frenchie, Dave, Insane, Bolin, who all have D1 experience for the past 3 seasons, against Thomas Van Der Seer, who doesn't play that much, he's a time traveler, AV Tom, Jaden, Sean, and Ben. Well then. Interesting. Apparently Jamie's streaming.
Ah.
Larry said cast Jamie, but if Blade has to go soon, then that's up to him, because he's the host of the stream. We'll just talk about these matches. But was that the only other match that's been played so far? I think so. Yeah, that's the only match. The WZ thread just got posted.
Yeah.
WZ actually won by 40 points, so fair enough to them. I'm not sure who MVP, probably TK.
TK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you get?
114.
14. That was a solid performance from WollywogZ, and a Veil. If a Veil use that lineup, then I'm just going to say straight up they can 10-0 this division. But fair play to them. Derek as TK was actually saying that, like, no shame to Derek, but Derek actually dropped 106 that war, so fair play to him. Unfortunately, Crash and Akane weren't. Crash, Akane, and Trix only got mid-70s, which I guess isn't enough when you have a baggers, but... Oh, Tom actually posting the thing.
Yeah.
Save your Tom.
Well, has to happen. Someone's got to be there to save.
I don't think there's anything else that I guess I want to say.
No, I mean...
We more than likely will just end up ending it, and then... I'm not sure where, but someone will more likely post the stream link again whenever the next match is ready. But I don't think there's any matches that we actually want to look over for now.
No.
So.
I think the next match in like an hour and a half. So
there you go.
forward to
Thanks for
that.
watching, and we will see you whenever the next war is.
Yeah.
Because this unbroken match is apparently a
Not
bit
very
one-sided.
good.
It's a 4v4 and there's penalties everywhere, so don't want to waste your time with that. But thanks for watching, and we will see you later. Is it ended?
Is maybe.
I'm not sure.
We'll be back shortly screen at the minute from what I see, so...
I don't want to be back shortly.
You're going to be back shortly. I'm not sure if I'm in the next stream. I'll probably ask if I can.
Just do it, man. But I think like he went for lunch.
Okay, so
So
we
just
will
end
be
the call
back.
now. Thanks for watching. We're going to end the call now. I love every single one of you, but I have to go eat pizza now.
Have fun.
But I will see you in an hour and a half to bring you some D4 action. So, goodbye.